Hi, my name is Jake, and I am a bookish drummer. So for today's video, I will be doing a dedicated book review for The Gray Man by Mark Greaney. Now, why am I doing a dedicated book review for this random book, you might be asking? Well, I'll tell you. I actually have a Patreon channel where you can go support me there. I'll link it down below. You can go support me there for as little as $1 a month. But the biggest tier level is the God tier level for the Bookish Drummer Patreon page. And with said God tier, you get all the additional perks from the previous levels with the additional perk that you get to choose 2 books for me to read in the calendar year. I will read them and do dedicated book reviews for them. And the God tier level Patreon, Aaron, or Aaron, as I like to call him, he picked The Gray Man by Mark Greaney for me to read and check out. So I've read the book, and here's my dedicated book review for it. What did I think about it? Honestly, I did not like it. I gave this book 2.5 stars, not because I think it's necessarily a bad book, but this book is just not written for readers like me. This is not a book, a typical book that I would enjoy. Obviously, you guys know I love fantasy, sci-fi, horror, thrillers, and I'm not really kind of like an action guy. Like I don't typically enjoy most action movies, especially more modern ones. And I also don't love a lot of war movies and shows. So combining those two in this book where it's kind of like a thriller, but it's also more just written like a straight up action movie. It's just not suitable for my taste. But with this review, I can hopefully tell y'all why this book didn't work for me and tell y'all what kind of readers would enjoy this book. So hopefully I can get something out of this. Hopefully you guys can as well. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the review. So like I said, this book is The Gray Man by Mark Greaney, and Aaron was the God tier level Patreon that wanted me to read this book. And going into this book, I really did not know anything about it. I assumed that it would be kind of like something to do with war and espionage, and it would probably lean more towards the action side, but I really didn't know that much about it going in. I do know that it has a movie adaptation, which I think has had mixed opinions from audience and the author himself, because I think they made a lot of changes, which of course Hollywood is known to do. They're prone to do that. So I'm not sure if I'll be interested to see the movie, but I did read the book and I'm going to talk about my experience with it. But before I do that, I'm going to try to summarize what this book is. Essentially, you're thrown into this book learning very quickly who the Gray Man is, like what he's about, and you're thrown in without really a lot of exposition. Like he's in the middle of a mission and he decides to do something that he wasn't supposed to do, which causes a lot of chaos in his life and things escalate from there. He's basically sent on a mission to do something, but then he decides to kill some people and he wasn't really supposed to do that. And then things escalate from there. And this book is basically just nonstop action, espionage, action. I already said that, but really this is just an action movie in book form, which I didn't really love that much. I gave the book 2.5 stars. It is written well for people who like that kind of stuff. Like if you're really into action movies and you're really into espionage, military action, really badass characters who can kind of do no wrong, this is definitely the book for you. And there's very little, if at all, any kind of character development or characterization. Like, you meet this Gray Man and he's basically just a killing machine. Like, he doesn't really have like a lot of family or friends. Like, his sole mission in life is to just get missions, kill people, get out, move on to the next thing. That's his life essentially. And for me to have a main character with such little character development or really just character traits at all besides being a killing machine just really didn't work for me. And of course, you meet other characters as well. A lot of betrayal happens in this book. Like you meet characters who are parts of secret agencies and government stuff, and they're, you know, doing domestic and international affairs. Like this book just it's not really written for someone like me. And the other characters just really weren't that interesting. And also just a lot of very typical, kind of like action movie tropes, typical military tropes. Like it just wasn't that compelling for me. Also, a lot of this book just seemed very unrealistic, which I can get the appeal, for reading a book like this. Like you would want it to be unrealistic because if you were reading like a realistic military thing, like probably a lot of this stuff wouldn't happen. But I bet a lot of people would be more entertained by a book like this rather than like a straight up military where it would be a bit more on the realistic side. Like a lot of the stuff that happens in this book just seems like it wouldn't actually happen, but it is what it is. And there's really not a lot of like things you can kind of like sink your teeth in and like really think about with this book. This book is basically just brain candy. Like if you love action movies and you love things like this, like you're just going to read this for pure entertainment value, which of course is not, wrong necessarily, but I do enjoy when books can have that, but also have things you can think about. I definitely more lean on the sides of like, oh, I read books for entertainment, but some of my favorite books can have that, but also make me think and ponder about things. Like there's nothing to really think about with this book. You just read it and this guy is killing people. Like that's what the book is. And like I mentioned, like very unrealistic things. Like this guy, the Gray Man, would get into situations where like, okay, how in the world is he going to get out of this? Like this makes no sense. And he just pulls some MacGyver bullshit and just gets out of it. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Plot convenience, whatever. And also just unrealistic, like the things that the author would describe, like his injuries. I'm like, how is he walking away from that? How is he doing any of this? Like he's got some serious issues. And he's just like, oh, I got to get past it. I'll do it. I'm just like, if this happened to me, obviously I'm not like a military guy, but like if this happened to most people, probably everybody, like this guy would not be walking around, let alone actually accomplishing anything. But again, some people love this kind of character where they're just a macho guy, killing people, gotta save some people, gotta complete the mission. You can tell like this book just is not for me, but it is well written in the sense that for people who like this kind of book, they are going to love it. So it is tailored to people who are going to love this kind of book. So I will say, if you're a big fan of action movies, big fan of like macho military guy, just killing people and getting the mission done and just getting some revenge, you're going to love this book. All right, so that is my little quick review for The Gray Man. I really don't have that much to say. I didn't really personally enjoy it. I gave it 2.5 stars. It was well written in the sense that for people who are going to like this kind of book, they are really going to enjoy the action movie, the military, the espionage, the war stuff. They're going to enjoy this book. But for me, as a reader who doesn't enjoy that kind of stuff and enjoys more character development, this book doesn't really have any of that, so I really didn't personally enjoy it. But nonetheless, thank you so much for AA Ron for being a God Tier level Patreon member and who made me read this book. I personally did not enjoy it, but hopefully the viewers here can at least get a good grasp of what this book is, and hopefully they can figure out if they're going to enjoy it for themselves. So hopefully you guys can make up your own mind, check it out in your own free time or will. Check it out if any of what I said sounds interesting to you. And like I mentioned, I do have a Patreon link down below. You can go support me there for as little as $1 a month or become God Tier level for $7 a month. And you get a whole bunch of perks on top of that, as well as getting me to read 2 additional books in the calendar year. I'll read them and do dedicated book reviews for them on the Book of Strummer channel here. So link down below for that. But of course, let me know if you guys have read this book, what you thought of it. Do you agree or disagree with my takes here? Comment that down below and we'll chat about it. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Stay subscribed for more content. I try to post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Book Astronomer Discord down below, where we've always got tons of buddy reads and read-alongs happening all the damn time. And yet again, Patreon link down below if you want to go support me there for as little as $1 a month, and my Amazon wishlist if you'd like to buy me a book. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic day.